Hi friends, welcome back. This is the fourth class in our Midday Mobility Series. This class will focus mainly on the core, helping you to build some heat and energy in your body so you can take on whatever is waiting for you when you leave the mat today. Just be mindful if you haven't been doing very much movement so far today to ease into these exercises. Try to avoid forcing yourself or pushing yourself to an edge and allow your breath to guide you. Let's start together on our backs and come all the way down. And let's start with the feet flat to the mat, hands rest on the front of your hips, relax your shoulders from your ears. Give yourself a few moments to decompress from whatever position you've been in for the last little bit, whether it's running around on your feet or if you've been seated at a desk over your computer. You feel the muscles supporting your spine just begin to soften, your breath to slow as you tune into your body and this time you carved out in your day to move. Slowly draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug in, big squeeze. Rock your knees from side to side, your body from side to side. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling. Okay, squeeze into your inner thighs so you fire up, you activate your lower body. Draw your shoulders from your ears and feel your navel draw down towards your spine. Interlace your hands somewhere at the back of your right leg and lower your left heel to hover. Okay. Option to hover the back of your head and your shoulder blades up off the mat. Notice right away we feel the core turn on. Alternate the legs. Draw your left leg in, lower your right heel to a hover. It might be right at the mat or a little bit higher. You take the variation that feels best for you and switch. Right leg in and switch left leg in. Can you attach your breath to the movement? So we're not moving really quick here. It's slow and steady with the breath. Continue to draw your navel down. Invite some space into the back of the legs. Let's go for 8, 7, 6. You can exhale as you draw your leg in for 5, 4, 3, last 2. Last one. Both legs back up. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Rock from side to side one more time. Okay. Hands to the back of your knees. Rock and roll along your spine and come all the way through to a tabletop. 3 cow cat in tabletop. Spread your fingertips wide, knees, hips stack, shoulders, wrists stack. Inhale, let your belly fall. So you soften into your belly. Chest gaze moves through. Exhale around, big stretch for your back body. Dome, chin to chest, tuck your tailbone in. 2 more. Inhale, belly will fall. Exhale, you round through. One more time. Inhale, breath. And exhale, round through. Slowly meet back through center. Hold this tabletop position. You might need to adjust slightly so you feel really stable. Spread your fingertips, tuck your toes, and hover your knees a couple inches off the mat. So we're here in a hovering table. Hold here, dome across your back body. Feel your shoulder blades almost separate. Okay, there's some space across your chest. Gaze is slightly forward. Stay for an inhale breath. On your exhale, lower your knees back down to the mat. We'll add on, as you inhale, press away from your mat, hover your knees, and squeeze your knees in together here so you feel your inner thighs fire up. And exhale, slowly soften in. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale to hover and squeeze your knees in. Exhale to slowly soften. 2 more. Press away from your palms, hover your knees squeeze in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Open them up, back hip distance, and lower. 2 more, just for fun. Inhale, lift. Squeeze in, open, and lower. 1 more time. Hover, squeeze in, Open and lower. Child's pose. Take your knees out wide, reach your hands towards the top of your mat and land your forehead to the earth. Opportunity to soften into the belly, switch off the core for a breath or two. And on your next inhale, can you slowly roll your body forward and come all the way down to your belly. Sphinx pose, bring your hands flat to the mat, forearms and elbows on the mat. Peel your shoulders back as you draw your chest and gaze through. Okay. So we're going to do an exercise here for the core from Sphinx, so make sure you feel really stable in the upper body. If there's strain in your low back, you'll modify by walking your elbows forward, but stay here for the movement unless you have a lot of upper body strength. Okay, so if you're moving on with me, your elbows are below shoulders. On your inhale breath, press into the tops of your feet, hover your thighs off the mat, broaden across your back body and tuck your chin to your chest. Squeeze into the midline of your body. Inhale to soften back down. Sphinx pose, chest gaze, move through. Okay. Again, exhale, press into the tops of your feet, hover your quads, squeeze your chin to chest, broaden across your back body, and inhale, soften back down. These are tough. Stay with me for 2 more. Exhale. And inhale. Last one, exhale. And inhale. Nice work. Open up your elbows, bring your palms to a stacked position, land your forehead on your hands, and rock your knees from side to side. And bring your hands back along your side body, press into your hands. You can press back to a child's pose if that will feel good for your body just for a moment, and then come back through center. Okay. Take your right hand slightly forward, send your right toes behind you and extend your left leg long. Here we are in a modified side plank. So your right knee is on the mat, left arm will reach up towards the ceiling. Okay. And here's your challenge. Keep your hips lifted. Gaze up if it feels okay on the neck. If not, gaze is forward or down. Okay. And we'll slowly send the right leg long, stack left foot on top of right. Lift your hips up a little bit higher, squeeze into your quads, your glutes, open up your chest if your gaze is lifted. Stay for 1 more inhale breath. On your exhale, come all the way down through tabletop. Take a couple cow-cat to reset. Other side. Left hand forward, slide your left toes in behind you, open up to your modified side plank. Option 1, you stay here. Core is on, hips are lifted, squeeze into your quads and your glutes. Option to fire up through the core, step your left foot underneath your right, stack your right foot on top, hold here. Here's your full side plank, lift up your hips, reach up through your right fingertips, press away from your left palm, squeeze, 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 inhale breath. Exhale, tabletop, right hand to the mat, right knee, left hand comes back. Take a cow-cat or 2. Okay. Downward facing dog. Press into your palms, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Right away, walk your hands to the back of your mat. There's a forward fold there. Bend your knees a lot, sit back into your hips. Keep your spine long, core is on, navel to spine. On your inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, pause here. Okay. Can you reach your right fingertips forward? Okay, you have a bend in your knees as much as you need to, so there's no strain in the low back. Reach your left fingertips forward. Okay, think about your tailbone, your fingertips reaching in opposite directions. Reach, reach, reach. Press away from your feet, rise all the way up to stand. Squeeze your glutes at the top, lift up, round back, and exhale, hands meet at heart center. Okay, next breath, can you step your right foot towards the top of your mat? So you're about halfway up your mat here. Hands can stay at heart center to transition warrior 3 variation. Shift into your right foot. Slowly lift your left foot up away from the mat. Okay, be mindful of any tension in the hamstrings. Core is turned on, charge through the back heel. Think of creating a capital letter T position with your body. So we slowly find that parallel position with the mat below. Okay. You can keep a bend in your standing right leg as long as you squeeze strong into the quad and the glute. Option like we did in our half lift, reach your right arm forward, reach your left arm forward.
Feel your core working, stabilizing you here. Stay for an inhale breath. On your exhale, slowly rise up through center. Left foot meets the mat. Drop your arms to your side body. Give your shoulders a big shrug, and we'll set up for the other side. Hands at heart center, left foot steps towards the top of your mat. Slowly begin to shift your weight in your left foot, hinge forward. Charge back through your right heel. Okay. Upper body eventually parallel with the mat below, but be mindful that if you've been seated for a lot of the day, that might feel a little intense on the standing leg. So you're okay here, but we're using the core. The focus is in the core to stabilize the upper body. So notice if there's any strain in the back body. Can you tuck everything in? Okay, and if you're exploring the reach, hold here in your shape. Reach your left arm forward, right arm forward. Okay. Lift your back heel more if you can. Squeeze your core in, broaden across the back body. And exhale, come to stand at the top of your mat. Okay. Squeeze your glutes, lift up tall through your spine. Reach your arms up and over. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Okay, so another opportunity to really call upon the core here. Spread your fingertips wide, dome across your back body. And here in this high plank, you always have the option to lower your knees down to the mat. Okay, focus on drawing the belly in and up. Keep the strength in the upper body. Okay. We'll move from high plank to forearm plank. Move with me here, right elbow down to the mat, left elbow to the mat. Okay. Left elbow to the mat. Left hand to the mat, right hand to the mat. Reverse your direction. Left elbow down, right elbow down, right hand down, left hand down. One more time, each direction, whether you're on the knees or not. Right elbow to the mat, left elbow to the mat. Left hand to the mat, right hand to the mat. One more time, start with the left. Left elbow down, right elbow down, right hand down, left hand down, high plank. Child's pose, lower your knees, hips to heels, sigh that out. Okay, friends, a little bit more work to go. Downward facing dog, spread your fingertips, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. This time from down dog, can you lift your right leg up and back behind you, bend your right knee and stack your hip. Come high onto your left toes. Bring your right knee to tap your right elbow or tricep while drawing the navel in and up. Big kick up and back to your three-leg dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Left side this time. Left knee or right knee to left elbow tricep. Squeeze in. Kick up and back. One more time each side. Right knee, right elbow tricep. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Kick up and back. Right knee, left elbow tricep. This time you'll pause and hold. Send your right hand slightly forward. Kick your right foot out to the left. Fall in, triangle. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, left fingertips to the sky. Similar to our side plank. Option to stay right here. Option to hover your right foot up off the mat. If you want to add a little pulse, squeeze into this midline, the inner line of your left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 3-leg down dog, shift back through center, kick your right leg to the sky, look forward. Whew, there's a lunge. Right knee and ankle stack, shimmy, shimmy your left toes back. And let's rise to a crescent lunge. Inhale breath will bring you all the way up, shoulders stack up over hips. Core is on. Option to modify, you can lower your left knee to the mat and do these same movements from here. Okay, slow and steady. Inhale breath, reach your arms up and over. On your exhale, slowly hinge forward as you sweep your arms back behind you. Okay, squeeze into your shoulder blades, gaze slightly forward. Okay, 2 full rounds like that more. Inhale breath, arms reach up and over. Exhale, slow hinge. One more time. Let your core and breath guide you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Okay, slowly lower your fingertips down to the mat. Step back into plank, high plank pose. Okay, this time we'll move right away into our forearm plank. Right elbow to the mat, left elbow to the mat. Okay. Hip dips. Slowly drop your heels towards the right. So your right hip hovers an inch or two from the mat. Come back through center and switch. Hips fall to the left. Come back through center. Let's go for 6. Center. 5. Center. 4. You can do it. Keep going. 3. Center. 2. Find your breath. 1. Come back through center. Steady yourself. Right hand to the mat. Elbow stays in tight. Left hand to the mat. Child's pose. Take a breath or two before we move to the other side. Downward facing dog when you're ready. This is hard work, you're doing great. Left leg will kick up and back. Bend your left knee, stack your hip. This might feel like a really nice stretch to start. Left knee will tap left elbow or tricep. Navel draws in, dome your back body. Kick up and back. Left knee will tap your right elbow or tricep. Okay, kick up and back. Goal is to keep the core tight. One more time each side. Left knee, left elbow, tricep. Kick up and back. Left knee, right elbow, tricep. Pause this time. Look to the right. Kick your right foot out to the side as your right arm will reach up towards the ceiling. Fall in triangle. So you stay here. This is a variation of your side plank. Find your breath. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, core is on. Option to hover your left foot only if you need that little bit of spice. Ahead for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick your left leg up and back behind you. Look forward. Step forward. Lunge. Prepare for your crescent lunge. Option to modify knee on the mat. Sweep your arms up and over. With your inhale breath, catch your breath. Arms reach up, soften your shoulders. Okay, once you're stable here, quads on, glutes on, spine is tall, core is on. Inhale breath. As you exhale, slow hinge forward. Torso hovers just above your left thigh. Inhale, arms reach up. Keep your lower body stable. Exhale, arms reach back. One more time, you can do it. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sweep back, pause, and hold. Slowly, the core stabilizes you as you bring your fingertips to the mat, palms to the mat, plank. Last bit of plank work, one more forearm plank. Lower left elbow first this time. Right elbow meets the mat. Okay. Holding here, option to lower the knees. Okay, and we're going to tap the toes, alternating sides. Right toes tap to the right, draw back through center. Left toes tap to the left, back through center. If you're on the knees, you alternate, extending the leg out to the side. What do you think? Let's go for 8, 7. A higher count than last time, you can do it. Last 6. Drop your hips in line with your shoulders. 5, 4. Gazes slightly forward, avoid dropping the head or cranking into the neck. I lost count, so what do you think? Bonus. One more time to the right. Come back through center. One more time to the left. Come back through center. Left hand to the mat. Right hand to the mat. Child's pose. Send your hips towards your heels. Forehead to the mat. Let that go. Exhale through your mouth. Come all the way up. Let's swing the legs around and meet in boat pose. So close to the finish line. Come up into your boat pose. Squeeze your knees together, roll your shoulders from your ears. Modifications, you can keep your feet flat on the mat or keep your hands behind your knees. You're welcome to move with me to explore a few different variations. Open up to your boat pose, arms reach forward, palms open towards the ceiling. Let's move from high to low boat. Inhale breath will slowly lower the body. Extend your legs forward, shoulder blades hover. Woo. Exhale will draw you back up through center. Okay, slow is difficult. Slowly lower. And exhale, rise up. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last 2, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 1 more, yes you can. Slow lower and lift. Lower your feet to the mat, wrap your arms around your shins, and drop your forehead to your knees. Come back through center. Second set of boat pose, set yourself up same way, whether you're modified here with feet on the mat, or keep your hands behind your knees. This time, boat twist, hands at heart, soften your shoulders. Slow twist to the right, come back through center. Slow twist to the left, come back through center. Whether you're here or here, let's go for 8, center, 7, center. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly through center, feet to the mat. Wrap your shins, drop your head, let that go. One more time, friends, you can do it. Come through center. Different this time. Plant your hands behind you. Lift your knees up to your boat lower body foundation. Option to keep the knees bent or extend the legs straight. Okay, so from here, we're going to tap the toes or extend the legs to the right, come back through center, tap the toes or extend the legs to the left. So you're either moving from side to side or tapping your toes from side to side. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5. Legs are extended or bent. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center. Cross your ankles. Walk your hands out in front. Let that go. Invite some release into the back body. You don't need to fully counter with a deep forward fold. Just a slight shift of the body in the opposite direction to relieve any of that compression in the back body. And when you're ready, come all the way up. Extend your legs out in front and lower onto your back. Open up your knees to recline bound angle, soles of the feet together. Let your knees open up. You can rock from side to side. Like we did at the start of class, you might rest your hands on the front of your hips as you continue to sink deeper and deeper into the mat below. Hopefully you're feeling warm in the body, energized. My invitation for you now is to take whatever your body might need after that work. I'll throw a few options your way. Okay, option 2, draw the knees to chest, enjoy a gentle massage for the back body. And as you breathe deep, full belly breath, we massage through the front line of the body. After core work, I love really gentle bridge lifts. So you can plant your feet flat to the mat, press into your feet. With your inhale, press up to open up the front line of the body. Exhale, soften in. You can do a few rounds of that with your breath. A reclined twist might feel really nice to invite some balance and symmetry back into the body. You can rock your knees from side to side. Okay, that might feel really good in your practice. And of course, you're welcome to settle into Shavasana, corpse pose, if that's a really important part of your movement practice as well. A few moments to rest in stillness and silence. Really absorb the time you have in this place of ease.
And my hope for you is that you're able to leave this movement today with an open heart and open mind, with lots of space and energy to take on what is next in your day. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you. Namaste.